Welcome back everybody, my name is RIPCORD, and in today's video we are continuing the tips and tricks tutorial series by covering probably one of the more forgotten missions in the new Criminal Enterprise DLC. I'm talking of course about our very dear friend and Nightclub associate, Mr. Yohan Sebastian Bach, or as Rockstar refers to him, Yohan. Now, the whole idea here is that you can call Yohan on your phone to trigger a Nightclub mission that will reward you with some extra goods. Now, don't be expecting a sizable increase here, as the total stock units one can expect ranges from 1 to 10, depending on the goods category. However, they are relatively quick, and with this week's focus on selling your goods at least 3 times for the $500,000 bonus, they're a great way to easily increase your total before selling. Alright, so there's only 2 missions that Yohan will send you on. The first, shown here, is the Removals Truck mission. Basically, you're just hijacking a truck that's on the move. Once you commandeer the truck, you simply deliver it back to your nightclub to complete the mission. So, first tip, highly recommend the Mark II. You can perform these missions with a land vehicle, but it may take a bit longer. Okay, for me, the vantage points for these missions are key. I like to find a stretch of road ahead of the truck that's as long and straight as possible. And you'll notice that for each one of these missions, there's a road that fits this definition. Once you locate it, simply fly far enough ahead to land, dismount, and arm yourself. Any automatic weapon with range will do. So at this point, you simply want to get into position to take out the driver. There'll be a passenger with him, but don't worry too much about him. If you're of the Annie Oakley DNA, by all means, take them both out. But for me, the goal here is just the driver. Once the driver's dead, the truck will slowly come to a stop, allowing you to jump in and drive away. If you don't kill the passenger, what happens is he'll get out and begin shooting. So simply use the truck itself as a shield until you can get in and drive away. Now you want to make sure you do this as quickly as possible, because as soon as the driver's killed, there'll be multiple enemies spawning in vehicles to take you out. But once you made it to the driver's seat, you're pretty much home free. Now I will say that there are some noticeable changes that Rockstar's made to all vehicle missions in GTA. The first is the random NPC drivers have become way more aggressive in their pursuit to knock you off the road. The second is the enemy NPCs are way more aggressive in taking you out. Along with a normal barrage of gunfire aimed at you, they are now programmed to ram your vehicle and or perform the pit maneuver, often performed by real-life cops. Thanks, Rockstar. As you can see here, what I found to be helpful is simply counter their aggressive tactics with similar aggressive driving. I find that swerving back and forth between vehicles and or driving in the opposite direction seems to work well. The NPCs don't fare too well when trying to do the same. Regardless though, as long as they're always behind you, you'll be just fine. You're basically being protected by the huge square door of the delivery truck. Okay, so that's pretty much the mission. Again, there are a few variants which will place the starting point of the truck in different locations around the map. Just follow my advice to intercept the vehicle, take out the driver, and then just drive back to your nightclub. The other thing I want to mention here is you do have the option to not take out the driver. You can simply follow the truck back to the enemy's drop-off point. The truck will eventually stop and the driver will get out. However, if you choose this option, expect a little longer time to complete, as well as enemy NPCs ready and armed to take you out once it does stop. But I know there are some out there, including myself, that get a little flustered trying to take out a driver of a moving vehicle. So it is nice to know that that option does exist if you so choose. Alright, the second and final variant of this mission is simply called Tugboat. Yohan will give you directions to head down to the dock to pick up the product. Personally, I haven't seen the specific location of this mission vary too much. When you get there, you'll see a tugboat surrounded by enemy NPCs. Now, similar to the removal truck mission, my recommendation for this is also the Mark II. Even with its recently neutered lock-on capabilities, it's still the best money-grinding vehicle in the game. And for this mission. Okay, so obviously the first step in this mission is taking out the NPCs. You can do this from the air, making sure you're positioned far enough back so as not to receive gunfire, but not too far back that you cannot take out the targets. First tip, be careful the NPCs are not directly near or on the tugboat. I did one of these a while back where I accidentally destroyed the tugboat. The good news is you can still get the product, but you have to dive underwater and honestly it's just a big mess. So be sure not to take out the tugboat. The other tip here is to make sure you've killed all the NPCs. When it looks like you've destroyed them all, move a little closer to the tugboat and guaranteed 1 or 2 more will spawn. After you've taken down all enemies, it's time to land. And here's the biggest tip, especially if you're doing this on a Mark II. What you want to do is land in the front of the boat. If you try landing on the dock, you'll have to battle NPCs that'll spawn after you pick up the product. If you land on the boat, you simply have to run to the front of the boat, get on, and make your quick exit. Alright, so here I take out the last NPC, and now I'm going to try and land on the front of the boat. Of course, in this video, I make it harder for myself and try to land on the railing going up on the upper deck, which is nearly impossible, so I regroup, as only I can do, I guess, and try again. But where you want to land is right here, by this crate. And what you want to do is make sure you're landing towards the crate end, not the white deck end, if that makes sense, and I'll get to the reason why in a moment. Alright, so the product is always going to be in the wheelhouse. I guess that's what they call the driver's space in the boat. But it's always going to be in the same spot. What I like to do is come in from this side, that way once I grab it, automatically you're headed towards the stairs and to the front of the boat. And this is why we park closer to the crate than the boat. For some reason, if your Mark II is parked against the white wall of the boat, it's almost impossible for your character to climb on. Trust me, I've tried. You make sure you land and park near the wooden crate on the front of the boat. You simply need to run to the crate side of the Mark II and your character will easily climb on and you can fly away without any enemy fire at all. Alright, so there you have it. If you're looking to help increase the product at your nightclub, always make sure to call Yohan. The missions are quick, easy, and can easily be mixed in with your other money grinding activities. One last note is that there is a 20-minute cooldown after completing these missions. So that's it, my friends. Thank you for watching. If you found better ways to complete this mission, by all means, drop a comment below and let everyone know. Until next time, be happy, be well, be safe, be mighty, be